wasn't yours. I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back, I'm going back to who I was before. I like me better, I like me better.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm doing another perfume video, although, you know, I'd be seeing the comments asking like for another recommendations or something video. But honestly, I don't like doing perfume videos because out of all the snobs that there are online, you know, fashion snobs, music snobs, book snobs, I think perfume snobs might annoy me the most. Because when you actually think about it, like, you're trying to be a snob over a scent. Look, like every time I end up doing it, there's always comments that are like, basically about the price. Like if you say you don't like a fragrance, it's because you don't like the price. Like last time there was one that was like, you know, Chanel is an acquired taste and maybe people should stay in their budgets and over a Chanel fragrance. But do you know the price of a Chanel fragrance? Even if you had to save to buy a Chanel fragrance, you only have to save out of like 2 or 3 paychecks, maybe, and it depends on the person, right? And that's what lets me know that y'all be losers in real life. You know what, let me get off my chest before I get into the video. That's what lets me know y'all are losers in real life, because the amount of validation that some people need from materialistic things, because if you have that sauce in real life, you already have it. You don't need things to make people think you have that sauce. When you don't, you need to surround yourself with all this stuff that people are supposed to look at you and say, oh, well, because you can afford that, that must mean you have the sauce. It doesn't mean that that's what you have. It just means that you bought it. That's all that means, okay? So find somebody to play with. Anyway, so I figured in today's video, I would try to tell you guys about places where you can go to get affordable fragrances. So I tried to do no fragrance over $50. If you guys want to know, let's go. There's one, I don't think the place actually like sells it anymore. So I'm like, actually under $60, under $60. Okay, now I feel like if you've watched other perfume videos and you already know I'm a stan for Miss Ponytail, Ariana Grande's fragrances. They're usually really affordable and I don't think I've purchased one that's a miss. Now Tasha did get me the 2 mood ones that she just came out with. I'm gonna include them anyway, even though they're like $68. But I believe all the other ones are $60 or less. So this first one is vanilla, and if you want to know, it smells like vanilla. Like there are some fragrances, you know, you can smell other notes of course, but sometimes it's like pure whatever the scent is supposed to be. This one's giving pretty spot on to pure vanilla. If you want to know wear time on this one though, I think compared to some of the other fragrances I've tried from her, this wears off a little quicker. Like it kind of gives me Princess from Killian as far as wear time goes, but it is strong once it comes, at least to me. But this one, vanilla, absolutely. And then they came out with, or she came out with this one, blush. If you want to know what this one smells like, this is a very floral scent. Y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of florals. If I'm saying that I like it, that means it's one that you can tolerate. If floral also makes you a little nauseous as far as the fragrance goes. But again, this is like pretty spot on floral. Sometimes you can notice other notes and stuff like that, but, or you know, you could say it's, you know, citrusy, but there's a little woodsiness to it as well. Like they're both pretty like spot on for the initial fragrance family that they fall under. But the 2 of them together, y'all, the 2 of them together could easily be your everyday signature scent. Again, there's the whole, it doesn't last that long, but the 2 of them together, even though they're strong, they're not nauseating, and the mix of them together is just a nice balance. Could wear this to work, the grocery, the gym. It's that type of combination. Also, oop, ball threw me off. Also from Ponytail, this is God is a Woman. Yeah, right. I don't even remember the full name of the fragrance. Yeah, let's just say that's what it is. If you guys saw, I think it was a night routine that I did. This is one of the fragrances that I usually wear to go to bed, just because it is a little bit more light. I feel like this does lean a little more towards floral to me, but again, not nauseating. I also feel like this gives a little clean as well, like the clean fragrance family, which is why I like using it, you know, after getting out of the shower. But it's not really one that I think I would wear throughout the day. I don't think. Throughout the day to go somewhere. You know, at least, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but like if you're going somewhere and you're wearing fragrance, I want the fragrance like, you know, you walk in the room, everyone's like, who's that? you know what they say people do when Rihanna walks into a room? I want to wear that when I go out, because I wear fragrance when I sit at home all day. So I don't want to smell the same for those things, because ain't nobody else gonna smell me, right? So this is like I wear this out of the shower to go to bed or to stay in the house all day type of fragrance. Now this one right here, I think is the only like juicier fragrance that I have from Ariana. This is Sweet Child. It'll be linked in the description down below. The only thing I don't like this little puff ball, because it be getting in the way when you try to spray it out. Like, you got to remember to move the dispenser so that it doesn't get all over the ball, and I just feel like that can get real germy. But the actual scent of this, you know, is like Juicy Couture but less nauseating. Like, listen, some Juicy Couture fragrances we understand each other. Some of them y'all could have kept that, because it's giving childish, you know. It's giving, I would get this at Claire's. But this one right here, like I said, juicy, more citrusy, sweeter fragrance. It gives me more spring. That's when I break it up. I'm gonna go do like a fun egg. I don't know, fragrances also give you like a vibe. You know, if I need like a fun type of scent, I would go with this. I also like how her fragrances, well, not this one, how her fragrances come with little holders. I do have Cloud here, but Cloud is over, I believe Cloud is over $60. But Cloud also has a little holder, and this is the one that I said is like Baccarat Rouge. I didn't say it was an exact dupe. People, it doesn't smell like that. Everyone's nose is different. All right, again, relax. I feel like I'm leaning crib. Anyway, another place to get fragrances that smell really good for a really affordable price is Zara. Now, Zara seems to think they're like Balenciaga now. Like, the pricing at Zara compared to when I started shopping there in like 2020 now is kind of ridiculous. So, and I haven't bought a fragrance there in a minute, but at least when I bought these, I want to say they were like somewhere between $17 to $19. Now the pricing hasn't gone up that much. I would say now it could be, you know, maybe like $19, $20, but definitely under $60. These are strong fragrances. They're really good scents. I don't know if they're one of the brands who like they try to dupe other brands fragrances. I have seen some people say like, oh, this Zara fragrance smells like this. That, like, you know how some brands intentionally do stuff like that, like how Elf intentionally dupes other brands. I don't know if that's what Zara is doing. It wouldn't surprise me if it is. But that's also another thing. Like, if you are trying to, you know, find dupes for some things, maybe try Zara, because they might have something that smells like something that you want, but you don't want to spend the money. Anyway, this one right here is Femme. I always say this is like the ultimate like feminine fragrance. Just soft, airy, girly. Again, how fragrances can make you feel some type of way. And then the other one I have is Red Vanilla. You know how I said that original Ariana one I held up was like pure vanilla? This is like vanilla with some spice to it. So gourmand fragrance with a little woodsy kick to it. Again, no, I would say like the same amount of strength, like the same amount of strong scent as Femme that I just mentioned. And as far as wear goes on both of these, I think these have pretty good wear times on them. They're not the strongest, like you put this on at 9 o'clock in the morning, you're gonna smell it by 9 p.m. because there are some fragrances that I own that are like that. This one, it'll probably start to wear off. Like, if you wear this to work, you leave at 9 a.m., you come back by 5 p.m., like that's when it's going to start wearing off, at least to me. Another place to get fragrances that are going to smell really good but are affordable is Target. There's a brand that's going viral right now. It's called like Finery or something like that. And a lot of people are saying that their fragrances smell like other things. Like, I saw people saying that there's one that smells like Love Don't Be Shy. Love Don't Be Shy is $210, I believe, like $210, I believe. And then there's another one that people are saying smells like the Billie Eilish one. I keep meaning to go smell. I'm gonna try to do that this week. I don't have any of those, but there's another brand at Target called Mix Bar. These are like $20, baby. If you need $20 worth of strong, nice, scented, long-wearing fragrances, Mix Bar got you. All right, I have this one that is Vanilla Bourbon. I just love like when it smells exactly like what it's called. It smells like vanilla, but mix some bourbon and some vanilla. You know, like a drink, that type thing. It's got that type of scent to it, but it still smells good in a good way, right? Like, So do you want to smell like alcohol? In this case, yes, I do. There's this one, Whipped Almond, another more gourmand fragrance. And I feel like this is a, you don't want to say almond milk. You don't want to say almond milk, but like a, you know, a dessert that has almond in it, or almond flavored type dessert is kind of what this reminds me of. It sounds weird to say that, but that's literally what they be smelling like. And then there is Blackberry Tonic. Smells like blackberry, a little kick to it, a little spice to it. This is one of the ones where I said, like, you can easily tell what the main fragrance family is, but you can also smell like other notes. Like it might be, you know, citrusy, but you smell a little woodsy to it. It might be floral, but it's got, you can smell like clean notes in it as well. Like this is one of those. Other ones, you read the notes that it says it's supposed to have, and you're like, I don't smell that. This is the one that made me jump the price up, because Bemi sent me this, and I went to go look it up, because this is Banana Republic, Dark Cherry, and Amber, and I couldn't find it. I'm like, does Banana Republic not sell it anymore? The only places I saw it sold are like, you know, Amazon, Walmart, or specific fragrance websites, like, was it Fragnetic? I don't know, those specific websites to go to get like discounted fragrances or stuff like that. And the price varied from like $43 to $55. I didn't see any, I think, that went over like $58 for this one. But if you like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, that cherry one that Kayali came out with, like that type of cherry scent, Banana Republic has it for like $43 to $58. Strong scent. It obviously smells like cherry, but again, dark cherry and amber. So the other notes that are in there, you can smell those as well. I would say this is like, is it date night? This is like a date night, like a sultry type of scent. Also, this is a good one if you mix fragrances. Now, a lot of the fragrances I just showed you are very strong on being, you know, sweet or juicy, you know, citrusy, vanilla. That can get a little nauseating. You know, sometimes, depending on how you mix fragrances, it could start smelling a little childish. So I always like to use one that is a little bit more floral or a little bit more woodsy and strong to kind of balance it out. When I mix fragrances, sometimes it works when you do that. Sometimes it does not. This is one that mixes well with other fragrances. You know, I'll mix this and Burberry Her, Vanilla 28 from Kayali, just like thinking off the top of my head. It's also a good mixer as well. And the last place I have to recommend is Amazon. Now, to be careful, you know, ordering certain things off Amazon, because it very much so could give like, how do I know I'm not ordering cat piss? Ordering this, but Amazon is a good place, especially if there are fragrances that you loved, you know, back in the day. It's a good place to get celebrity fragrances at a discounted price. You know, Nicki Minaj, Paris Hilton, Britney Spears, Beyonce. I have a Beyonce. Oh, I didn't grab that. Beyonce Heat. This is the Rihanna, what do you call it again? It's like Nude 3 or something like that. What do you call it? Again, it'll be linked in the description down below. But you know, especially if you want a good fragrance from Rihanna, because the one Fenty Beauty launched. Now, I don't hate that fragrance. I do mix it with other fragrances, but that fragrance alone just don't be doing it for me. Alone. It's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just kind of like, you know, sometimes it be giving a little bit of Granny's purse. I'm sorry. Sometimes it be giving a little bit of Granny's purse. But this one right here, and I think I got it off Amazon for, I don't know, 14? Somewhere, but it had to be under $20 that I got this. This is an oldie. No, not she all the way down here. A very feminine fragrance. I want to say this is a little more, you know, probably based in the floral fragrance family. Mixes well because it is so light. It's light but long wearing, so it mixes well with other fragrances like this. Again, Burberry Her. I mix this with vanillas, and it just, the smell always balances out how it works for my body. So definitely a good place to check out for celebrity fragrances that you can't find in store anymore, but also a good place to go for fragrances. Actually, I've seen a lot of Arab fragrances on Amazon that get recommended. Hold on. Actually, I'll go get it after I talk about this. But they're recommended because they are very strong. They're very long lasting and they smell really good. I don't know if this is considered one, but that just came to, is it considered one? I don't know who the brand of this one is, but it's also a good place to find like fragrances you just don't hear anyone talk about anywhere else. Like you're not gonna hear people say, go get this from Target, go get this from Walmart, stuff like that, but they're also really good. This is 10 Dual Hairs from Amazon, and what I liked about this one is that they sent this with a little roll-on oil to go with it. If you're looking at it like, okay, but this looks pretty full, that's because I only got to spray this like twice, and then the nozzle like fumbled, which you're ordering off Amazon. But this smells just like this, so this is what I use. And this, I roll this on first, and then I spray fragrance on top of it. Like your fragrance isn't going anywhere throughout the day. And even if it's not this one, using like an oil like that first and then spraying your perfume on top, you're gonna smell that way the entire day. I was on TikTok and Twitter, and they were talking about these air fresheners, but that's what I was talking about, especially like the Arab scents on Amazon, not just fragrances, but air fresheners as well. Baby, I think it was Black Girl Smell Good. Is that her username? Something like that. She was like, I sprayed this. This smelled like first class on Emirates. That's what this smells like. And she did not lie, okay? I bought this on Amazon. You get 3 for $22. This is a strong scent. I spray it in the kitchen. You smell it in the living room. You know, I spray one good spritz in each room. The whole room smells like it. It smells luxurious. It smells like I'm sitting in first class. It smells clean. It is an air freshener, so it also does help if you have like any scents or anything like that. You know, like after you get done cooking, you want to give it a little spray down. It helps eliminate scent. And it's long lasting. Now it is still air freshener, so you know I spray like 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, nighttime, and you just have a clean smelling home. So I know this isn't perfume, but it's under $60 and it's gonna make your home smell good too. So yeah. And yeah, y'all, that is it for this video. So I hope I gave you guys some good places to go check out if you are looking for affordable fragrances. Do not let the girlies out here talking about something. Don't get your Bath and Body Works next to my Chanel. Like, don't piss me off. Go out there, get what you can afford, get what you want. Buy it because you want it, not because it's gonna make people think something about you, which is not going to make people think something about you. It's just, anyway. And let me know what other affordable perfumes you guys would recommend in the comments down below. Make sure to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, turn notification bells down below. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Yeah, 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 yeah.